Hello there, Data Recovery Guru here. Just wanted to shoot one more video on this MacBook Duo so that we can prevent people from making mistakes whenever they have the feeling that if they were to remove the hard drive from the MacBook Duo enclosure, they will be able to recover the data outside the enclosure. Okay, that is a problem with MacBook Duo and several other type of Western Digital kind of like external drives. The data is encrypted by default by the controller inside this external drive. The controller board inside the external drive has nothing to do with the hard drives themselves. Okay, the controller, okay, there's a board inside there, you see it, that is basically controlling how the drives operate inside the external drive. This is a different one. We get a lot of those. There are different capacities, 8 terabytes, 16 terabytes, and so on. So that controller board here, there's a chipset in there that automatically encrypts data, which is very common on Western Digital external drives. So the point of the video is that if you get one of those for troubleshooting because it's no longer working on the computer, if you remove the hard drive and you work with it directly, it's not going to work in being able to access the files because the data are encrypted through the external drive. Let me show you. Okay, so we pulled the drive 1 here. This is a RAID 1. We pulled the first drive. Okay, here it is, drive 1. Okay, we connected it to our machine here. And if you go ahead and read the first byte of data, okay, sector 0, as you can see, normally this would be regular data in here, but do you see that it's not showing zeros or it's not showing the correct signatures here? That's because the data are encrypted. And so if you were to connect this via USB port directly to a computer, the computer won't understand it. Windows, Mac, Linux, whatever, it doesn't matter. And the reason being is because the files on the drive are encrypted through the controller board that is inside the Western Digital external enclosure. Okay, so a lot of people take the drives out, they don't get it to mount correctly, and what they do is they format or they initialize the drive, and that's causing big problems in messing up the data. So do not do that. Okay, the reason being is because of encryption. So do not format, do not reinitialize the drive, none of that. Okay, if you need help for data recovery, please visit datarecoveryguru.com, click on let's start with a free diagnosis, and we'll be in touch with you shortly after.